Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Mr. Robinson's 8th grade U.S. History and Civics course. I'd like to take just a few minutes to walk you through this week's assignments. Before I do, I just want to remind everyone that paperwork and the $100 deposit for the 8th grade Washington, D.C. trip is due to me by Friday. So if you would like to be part of the 8th grade Washington, D.C. trip, please get your registration form and your $100 deposit into me by the end of the day Friday so I can reserve your spot on a bus and I can reserve your spot in a hotel and get you meal vouchers and all those things that I need to reserve ahead of time. Okay, so let's take a look at what you're going to be doing for me this week. So a couple weeks back, before fair break, I had you play the game Win the White House. That was your pre-test. This week, you're going to be taking a post-test by playing the same game, Win the White House. Now, all that you have due for me, and none of it is actually due until next week on Tuesday. I'm giving you a couple extra days to work your way through this because the assignment that I have given you is somewhat sizable. Those of you that are in-person learners will be doing a big part of it together in class, but it is a sizable assignment, so I'm going to extend the due date until next week on Tuesday. It's due on Election Day next week. And I will give you a little glimpse into next week. We will be holding a entire school mock election. We'll be voting both in person and online, and we will be using the Electoral College. We're not going to do the popular vote like some schools do. Whoever gets the most votes wins. We're going to base this on the Electoral College, just like people are elected in the United States today. So let's get into your assignments for the week. So first off, it says you're going to play Win the White House. Now, you all have played this before. You should have anyways. You should have played this game before. Now, one little piece of advice I'm going to give you is I'm going to encourage you to sign in. When you sign in using your school Google account, it will save your progress. A lot of people, it takes them 45 minutes, an hour and 15 minutes to get completely through Win the White House. And that's a lot for one setting. So if you log in, you can end the game and go back in and pick up where you left off. So I'm going to highly encourage you to do that. So you see it says here, play Win the White House. And that's worth 25 points, guys. Now, to get full credit, you must play until you earn at least 270 electoral votes. We know that the president is not elected if he wins 269 votes. You have to get 270 electoral votes to be named President of the United States. So you have to play this game until you win the White House. Now, once you have done that, you are going to screenshot the end of game certificate with your first and last name, and it has to be dated between October 26th and November 3rd. Now, this is what a screenshot looks like. Now I'm gonna brag on Glenn Burnett here for a minute. He did this for the pre-test, and you can see that he got a landslide, 307 electoral votes. You can see his first and last name are on it. You can see the date in which he did it and the fact that he won. You won the election, and we know that because he got more than 270 electoral votes. You have to take a screenshot of this with your first and last name, more than 270 electoral votes, and dates. It has to be dated between the 26th of October and the 11th of November. Those are our due dates. That's when this assignment window is open in order to get credit. Screenshots with less than 270 electoral votes will earn half credit. Screenshots without first and last names or in a date in the not specified range will not receive any credit. In other words, if you just go back in and take a screenshot of the last time you played this game and I see that date, you do not get credit for it. If you do not put your first and last name on it, you don't get any credit at it for all because you can just go in and, do a Google image search possibly and find this. So it has to have your first and last name on it, and it has to be dated within the the assignment window. Now, if you don't get those 270 electoral votes, you can play it a second time or a third time or a fourth time. All you need to do is play it until you win. If you turn one in, though, that does not have 270 electoral votes, you will get half credit for it. Now, that is half of your assignment. The other half of your assignment is the Win the White House activity page. Now, I am going to suggest that you complete this as you go through the game. Now, it is somewhat long. There's a lot here, and that's why I'm giving you a couple extra days to get it done. All right, so let's kind of take a quick walk through this, let you see what you need to do. Now, first, you've got this pre-game activity. Those of you that are in-person learners, on Monday, we're going to be doing this together. So you've got this pre-game activity. You've got these follow-up activities. So here, for instance, match the activity with the illustration. Draw lines to make pairs. So, National Convention. Which one of these from the game is the National Convention? You just draw a line to it. You draw a line to wherever you think it is. And just a little side note, I do have paper copies. I'll be handing out paper copies to all my in-person learners. I also have paper copies available outside for pickup at the middle school. If you would like to pick up a paper copy, you can do that as well. Next, you have the candidate's mind map. Running for president involves a lot of different tasks. Complete the mind map with supporting details. So, you start with creating your campaign. The issues that are important to my campaign are 1 and 2. What were the different issues that you chose when you played Win the White House? What were 2 of them that were really important to you? Okay, next, raising money. It takes a lot of money to run for president. I will raise money by doing this and this. What are the 2 ways that you raised money in the game? Getting good data. This deals with polling data. Remember, you have to poll these states. Should I go and campaign there? Should I do advertisements there? I can get data by here and here. That's in the game. Sharing your message. In order to share my message with voters, I will do this and this. What are 2 ways in the game that you shared your message as a campaign or as a candidate with your constituents, with the people that were going to run, that you were running to get their vote? Next, number 3, candidates do what? When. Write the letter of the step of the campaign in the circle of the best stage of the process. So you're going to use this little Venn diagram, and you're going to go through each one of these, and you're going to decide, keep an eye on your opponent. Does this happen before the convention, during your national campaign, or during both? Win over 270 electoral votes. Do you do this before you become the nominee at the convention? Do you do this during the national campaign, or do you do that during both? You're going to put the letter in the correct place in the Venn diagram where it goes. Next, Win the White House mini quiz. Put the steps of the electoral process in the right order, numbering them 1 through 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where does 1 go? Where does 2 go? Where does 3 go? Where does 4 go? Next, sentence completion. Complete each sentence with the best word from the word bank below. You're going to use this word bank, and you're going to fill in what goes where. Next, select the best answer for each question. Notice it says the best answer. All right? So when running an effective ad in Win the White House, what must you consider? Which one of these did you have to consider before you ran an ad in Win the White House? Same thing. You're going to go through each one of these, and you are going to circle what is the best answer. Then, down here, name one thing you can learn from a poll. Give me a little idea here. What's something that you can learn from a poll? Okay, next, you've got a glossary of terms. You've got a whole bunch of terms and definitions. And you are going to use those on the next 2 pages, which are the final 2 pages. All right, so my definitions. Write the term that best matches the illustration. These should stick out to you after you've played the game. I can't express this enough. You should complete this either during or after the game. Don't try to do this before the game. So which one of these words, candidate, does candidate go here, here? Where does candidate go? Where do you think candidate best matches? And then write your own definition. Please don't just take the definition from here and copy and paste it. Put it into your own words. Next, word trios. For each of the word trios, trio meaning three, decide whether the terms are related or unrelated and explain why. So, for instance, number one, liberal, conservative, issues. Now, these are all in your glossary of terms. Liberal, conservative, issues. So, what you're going to do is you're going to decide, once you look back through those terms, are those terms related to each other? Do they have something to do with each other? Or are they unrelated? And then just 3 or 4 words. Why did you decide they were related or unrelated? Next, fill in the blanks with the correct words from the list. Use the illustrations to guide you. 2 words will not be used. 2 of these words are not going to be used. So once again, you're just going to take these and you're going to fill them in where they go, fill them in where they go. Remember, you will have 2 words that will not be used. Then select one of the images above. So either this image or this image. Write your own description of the image using as many vocabulary words as possible. You can invent your own story and name people you see. So describe one of these 2 using as many of these key terms that you possibly can. Last but not least, this organizer will help you remember vocabulary terms. Choose 5 vocabulary words from up here, any 5 of these. All right? And fill out the chart using your own definitions, drawing, and sentences. So choose a term. Choose a term. Put your own definition. Put in your own words. If you're doing a paper version, make a little drawing. If you are doing the online version, you can search the internet, copy and paste an image if you'd like, and then write a sentence. Put this in a sentence. All right, now I know that this is a somewhat big assignment. This is all you have for me for the week. If you take a look, that's all you have. You don't have any videos for me this week. And I am extending it. It's not due until next week on Tuesday. So please take your time with this. If you have any questions about it, do one of 2 things. Please don't put a comment on Google Classroom. I keep saying that. People keep putting comments on there. I don't see it till days and days later. Please either email me or even better, show up at the Google Meet Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday from 2 to 2:30, and you can share your screen with me. I can share my screen with you on a Google Meet, and we can talk about it, and I can walk you through it. All right, guys, I hope everyone has a great day, and best of luck on Win the White House.